foyer kind of area before her cloister, it's locked.
Is there anyone around?
Not up here, no.
All right. I remove my multi-key from my boot and attempt to pick the lock.
All right, roll it up.
Okay.
It's a pretty difficult lock, so it's going to be at a -30.
Cool. So just to check, that means it's a -60, and I get a +30 for my.
Why is it at a -60?
Because it's a minus, or I'm sorry, I get a because it's -30 to use security unless you have something, and my multi-key is, or no, it's a -20 to do that, and then my multi-key is +30, so I get a +10 and some -30 from there, so it's a -20.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking security.
It's great, isn't it?
I hate it so much.
It's so confusing. Yeah. After fiddling with it for about a minute, you finally get all the tumblers into position, and you hear the ch-ch of the lock coming undone.
All right, I put the key back into my boot and open the door.
As you open the door, you see the foyer, and there are 2 guards standing in front of where the Canoness's cloister is.
All right, before they can say anything, I call out to them.
Look at you kind of questioningly.
Yeah. I need to speak to the Canoness immediately.
What's this about? And he turns to the other one and whispers something. Or she turns to the other one and whispers something.
It's Palatine and Tara?
Atara.
Okay. It's about Palatine...
Tara.
Huh?
E.H. Tara.
Oh.
Tara.
Tara.
Yeah.
Got it. It's about Palatine Atara.
Very well. After about a second, the door opens and the Canoness is standing there looking kind of groggy. Yes? What's this about?
Canoness, do you know the current location of Palatine Atara?
I assume she's in her quarters. Why?
Can you have a regiment follow us or lead us to her quarters?
Sure.
I'll explain on the way.
She kind of just goes and says a few words and then kind of gestures you out. As you guys make your way to the stairs, a group of 6 other sororitas meet you.
Right. Before we walk off, because Flint's with me, so I actually have the ability to do this. Mm-hmm. And she explained it to Merc, anyways. We were in our quarters when we heard muffled screams. We exited the quarters to see her at the end of the hallway. Her neck was snapped by an unseen force. She fell dead to the ground, and then stood up and walked away.
The Canoness looks very disturbed at everything you say.
Flint can vouch for me.
I saw it too.
And as you say it, everyone kind of begins quickening their pace.
Yeah, and I kind of, to her.
Mm-hmm. And as you get there, she pulls out a key, unlocks the door, and you enter, and no one's there.
We saw someone in the main hallway who said that shortly after I began trailing her, she walked through that hallway up into, what would it be, like the chamber where...
Mm-hmm. The antechamber?
Yeah, she walked towards the antechamber completely unharmed. Less than 2 minutes after I witnessed her die.
Less than 2 minutes after Zach became a robot.
That's good. The Canoness looks over to the other sisters, and she's like, Wake Sister Superior Alana, scour the fortress from the cloisters down. We need to find the Palatine. And the sister nods and goes just sprinting off.
Oh, Palatine's a title. Cool.
Yes.
I thought it was a name.
Nope. Palatine is a title like Canoness.
I'm so glad my internet is fixed.
So yeah, she runs off, and then the Canoness just goes over with you and Flint exactly what happened a couple of times.
Mm-hmm.
And says that her people are on it. You can help the search, but if you don't want to, since you did plan on leaving the following day if you wish to get back to sleep, that's fine.
We can sleep on the boat.
Well, it's a 2-week trip to get back to the boat. So
I'd like to
Good
sleep
point.
at least
Just
once.
keep that in
those
mind for
2
you.
weeks.
What did you say, Danny?
I said I'd like to sleep at least once in that time of 2 weeks.
Yeah. I forgot we had to make the trek. Okay, then I suppose I changed my answer to I can sleep on the way back to the boat. This takes precedence.
All right. You and Flint stay up, helping to scour the fortress. You stay up for, I don't know, how many hours would you go without finding anything before you decided to tuck in? This happened at like midnight, and you guys are supposed to leave around 8 in the morning.
Probably a good 4 or 5 hours for Merc, because he doesn't trust this.
Mm-hmm.
When did we go to bed?
You went to bed at like 9. Got 3 hours of sleep, and then you were awoken in the night by a scream.
I pulled a 16-hour day on 4 hours of sleep before.
Doing it!
So, before we get too much further, though, I am going to... it doesn't necessarily matter to me whether or not I grab Paulina, because I'm grabbing Ellen specifically for her medical expertise.
Mm-hmm.
I come
So-
along.
Yeah, I figured you would. I'm just saying, like, Merc is specific. He's not just
Yeah.
like, we really need Paulina and Ellen because their extra set of eyes are just invaluable.
What's their team name?
They have a lot
Team
of names.
super helpful.
Yeah, that's right. Team Super Helpful.
So, yeah, my point was I didn't want to go like 5 hours and be like, damn it, I guess I give up. Paulina, Ellen, it's your turn. Go.
Your shift.
Team Devon Rapture.
Yep. All right. So yeah, you all wake up, or I guess Ellen and Paulina wake up, and also help scour the castle fortress for a while. But as it creeps closer to 5 a.m., no one has turned hide nor hair of her. Mercury decides at this point to retire.
I have a question. Do Merc and Flint explain what happened and why we're awake?
Yes.
Yeah.
I give
so
a
at some
brief
point in time they would.
explanation, but
Okay.
Yeah.
Would I need logic to make a leap of someone died, someone came back to life, hey, voice in my head, tell me what's up?
No.
Okay. I asked the voice in my head if it knows anything about it.
That's
And
very.
I don't sound happy about it.
Yeah, that's very peculiar. We should stay on guard.
This isn't the kind of thing that you would do. I mean, that would be possible with the knowledge from the book, right? And the orbs.
orbs.
Possible,
I know we've talked about this before, but
possible.
this isn't what I want.
Yes, but not the killing, just the bringing someone back. This is very peculiar.
Alright, cool.
Cool.
Your peculiar voice in my head.
You just wish you had an imaginary friend who gave you good advice.
I didn't. I
I
really
do. His
didn't.
name is Flint.
All right, so Mercury goes to bed. Flint, how long are you gonna stay up? Or are you gonna stay up all night looking?
Pulling an all-nighter, baby.
All right, Ellen and Paulina, since you guys were woken up at like probably about 1 in the morning, how long are you guys gonna stay awake before retiring?
I take it we were told about the
Mhm.
ghost.
Yeah,
Zambi.
about the Zambi.
Walker's Carl.
Thank you.
I mean, I would want to inquire where she was last seen before that time. Like, would we get that
Roll
information? Would I have
inquiry.
to roll inquiry? Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Last she was seen was she was eating and then headed back to her room. That was the last time anyone saw her until she exited the, I forgot what that was called. The hallway where you guys are sleeping. Like the servants' quarters, but not the servants' quarters. I forgot what I called that.
The guest wing.
The guest wing of the cathedral.
Fuck you, Kramer.
Alright.
Fuck you, Kramer.
What? What? What?
Yeah.
Clara, I take it you already asked the. You already
Yeah.
asked the Baldoth about what might cause this.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I asked what might cause it. He said that that's the kind of thing that it can do, but not the killing part. And I was like, because I'm a little bit worried that if we do that whole bringing someone back to life, they're just gonna wander off and be dead.
Did
Yeah,
you really
but
bring them
that's
back to
not-
life then?
Exactly.
Exactly. So I'm kind of worried about that because I do want this to go well if I do bring someone back to life. Wink, wink,
I'm
nudge, nudge.
gonna have
Kevin,
to
get ready for
play
double
two
duty.
characters. It's gonna be weird.
Well, I assume he's just gonna be like a lich or a zombie at best.
And before Stig decides to bone Ellen and not Paulina.
Oh shit!
I'm so happy.
Pretty sure Paulina would just stab Ellen in the face and ruin her pretty little face all over again.
That's alright. Stig's in love with her personality.
Oh,
All right,
shit.
you guys discuss things. I'll be back in just a second.
Are we gonna discuss things, or are we gonna discuss Stig boning Ellen?
So that'd be like a
Wait,
form of masturbation, or
Would we get to watch Devin roleplay boning himself?
I
Because
would
that'd be
not.
hilarious.
I would not do that.
That would be
It's not a thing
hilarious.
that would happen.
Poor Zach is a picture portrait again.
Yeah, pretty much. And now it's a watercolor. Good.
Oh, now he's back.
I don't
Alright,
know what happened that entire time. Richard's still frozen
anyway.
standing up from his chair.
Oh, he went to do a thing real quick.
Alright.
Yeah, so I asked what could cause it, but I don't necessarily let you in on it since we still don't actually know that we have the same imaginary friend. But I do share with you that she was last seen eating and going to her quarters before she was seen in our hallway.
Richard had to pee.
I did. It was bad.
Good.
Is there anything we can do to keep her out of the rooms? I ask the voice in the head.
Stand guard.
Okay.
Pour salt.
Yeah, I was hoping for like a kind of a warding thing, but yeah, that works.
There's nothing that wouldn't draw suspicion that it could tell you to do.
Okay.
So he's not going to tell us.
Well, he could tell us, but it wouldn't be a good idea for us to do it.
Well, he's looking out for his best interest, so he's not going to tell the two people who are scared and looking for things to do what to do that would cause suspicion.
Richard,
Yo.
figure out what that code Kramer sent is. Google failed.
Oh. All right. Well, continue your conversations.
And so, you know what? Ask the voice again.
Mm-hmm.
Do we think we would be at risk from whatever the hell this is?
It's just one person, and whatever. We're leaving soon, anyways. I would say just keep watch. I doubt anything would be foolish enough to attack now that the entire fortress is on high alert.
Is there a lock on the door?
Mhm.
Is Pauline in the room?
I would be. I would have followed you back.
Cool. I lock the door. I'm going back to bed.
Done deal.
If you're worried enough to lock the door, should we take watches? I mean, it's only a couple hours left.
Yeah, okay. You can take first watch. I'm going back to bed.
All right. I wake her up like half an hour early because I'm sleepy and I'm a bitch.
Bitch.
All right. So, you guys all wake up and prepare your things. The entire fortress is still on very high alert. No one's found the Palatine yet.
Hide nor hair.
Yes. No one's found the Palatine yet. You guys all get your gear together. You stow it. The Canonist has graciously lent you some horses to take back with you. So
Oh,
that
yes.
you can ride as well, which should cut your travel time in half.